they need you to know that you're no longer in an unhappy home. Okay? So, vultures, they represent resilience, family, structure. They're very misunderstood creatures. The thing about vultures is they mate for life. And overall, when this bird enters your life, it's a meaning actually of everyone wanting to come to an understanding. When this animal finds its way to you, it is a sign that the work is being done. It's a sign that there are no piercing eyes. There is no warning. The survival mode needs to be released, and that is what this reading is about today. The survival mode needs to be released. What I see here, okay, is you came from a background where your upbringing, let's just say it wasn't balanced. And that's keeping it very, very short. For some of you here, the imbalance came from not having any emotional support. Some of you, it was due to finances. It was due to feeling unheard. And like you have to, something about rush away speaking, rush away your feelings, rush away your emotions. You didn't have a space to process your emotions. Some of you here have now entered a time of your life where you are in a home that's supposed to be happy. You are surrounded by people who have your best interest, and they're a part of your trauma responses that are being enacted. This past 2 months has been a whirlwind of emotion, of experiences. It was all for the better. It was all for the better. Right before the biggest breakthroughs, okay? Right before the biggest breakthroughs, there will be moments of dropping into the pit. So what needs to stay in the pit does, and you climb out and go forward. This is self-tendencies. This is beliefs. This is people, tendencies, everything. But Spirit really wants you to focus right now that it's not in an ego way that jealousy is getting the best of anybody here. I feel there's a non-existent jealousy in your love life. So whatever that means, what that means is some of you think that your person could have their eyes on another, and you're afraid of being cheated on, you're afraid of being manipulated, you're afraid of being controlled and gaslit because of the trauma you've had in past relationships. And Spirit is saying it is not possible. This person, you know they love you, but you don't understand to the depth of how much they love you. This person has been a ride or die for you. This is why I'm saying this is a very specific reading. Because this is a reading of, like, it's not even just Spirit saying be resilient. Like, you are, as we speak, because of the trials and tribulations, because of the ups and downs that you guys have been experiencing in this past year, I'm hearing for a lot of you, is why you're rising stronger than ever in this full season going forward. The love I see is a divine connection. And you guys know me, I don't say that word a lot in readings. This is a divine connection. This is a divine counterpart. They are your roller coaster buddy. They are your ride or die. And the people that are meant to be in your life, you'll need to go through rocky moments with a lot. You know what? A lot of rocky moments with, to show you're strong enough to build together. We have to heal with others. We go through a deep amount of our own healing, right? Okay? But go with me here, there's no way to fully heal yourself without the help of others. People caused you the trauma to begin with. So after a certain amount of healing, it is expected for you to not be alone. It is expected for you to have fruition. It is expected for you to have people that understand how hard it is for you to trust and are patient and kind with you, because it's not coming from a place of being vindictive. It's not coming from a place of vain. It's coming from a place of fear, of being scared. You are surrounded by so many people who love and appreciate you, and everybody has different ways of expressing emotions. Another thing they want me to highlight for you. They're telling me to tell you, you are not in an unhappy home. If you've had some fights, if you've been feeling alone, there are misunderstandings happening in your house with the people. And if, for the ones of you here where it's like you don't live with your person, okay, then this is me and your spiritual home together. But there's a misunderstanding, and neither people want to give up at all. You guys have been through hell and back together. Of course, it would have been not for nothing. Go with me here. Of course, no matter what happens between you two, you were destined to meet. Here's the thing. Your divine counterpart, you are destined to meet them. And it's really, really hard to get them in a direction where they don't stay in your life. But go with me here. If you go completely against who you are for a deep, long time, start doing things in vain, start letting that dark side overpower all of you, the venom completely take all over you, that is the only way to truly lose who your divine is, or for your divine to lose you. But if both people are trying their best, and that doesn't mean perfect, it means trying their best, have pure intentions, are willing to face their own demons, you stay together. That's why we say you are destined to meet your divine counterpart, and most people do, once you've gone through all these emotions, do stay. But you still have to let go of expectations. Here's the thing about you and your person. You guys have been through enough. You have solidified. You're to be together forever. I'm hearing it's almost like a return. Maybe you feel that you used to be really there for this person in the past. And now it feels like almost emotionally you've found this safe space without realizing it, to like not be scared to think of your trauma. You were always trying to make sure everybody else is okay, and something they want to say is, it's a funny way to say it, but they're like, everyone you used to feel like you had to take care of, the responsibilities, they are okay. There's so much you don't wake up worrying about anymore, like responsibilities towards others. So now that you wake up and you have more time to yourself, who would expect this process to be easy for you? You have been given grace during this time of your ebb and flow, of your hot and cold, just like you have given grace to your person, because that is the exact person you give grace to. You are not in an unhappy home. The parasite is not taking control of your timeline. These people in your home want what's best for you. And this means your spiritual home if you don't live with your lover. And this also does mean friends, family, individuals you meet through friends, families, lovers. Wow, we have Romeo and Juliet cards in here. I did not even know that these were mixed in there. Okay, well. I feel such a relief from this reading for you. It's like a feather swaying, like the feeling of a feather. The lightness is swaying down until it's gently on the ground. I feel such a weight coming off of your shoulders with the results of this reading. You have overcame so much in life. You're deserving of releasing this pain. You've dealt with so many times in the past where you gave people the benefit of the doubt they weren't deserving of. That you have built one of the strongest walls, to be quite frank, I've experienced in a channeled message in a very long time. I mean wall, not like in a way where it's against you and your guides, like you can't speak to them. I don't mean that. Your guides are in your walls, they're surrounding your walls, they're outside your walls. I'm talking about what you put up towards other people. Like when you were a child, you were the kindest kid. And you still remember that day where your innocence was whipped away. And I mean that in a way where you realized, like, the world is not as kind as you. The world is not as caring as you. But that doesn't mean the whole world is dark and vain. The time of your life now, you did some projection of your fears onto people that want nothing but what's best for you. This is what, in the past 4 days, okay, you've been able to internalize and go through with others. And what you have shed, you cracked the code to self-denial with your worth. No matter how much your person showed you, expressed to you, confirmed to you that you can trust them, that this love is real, that they're not going anywhere, that they're not going anywhere, that their love is true. One thing, no matter what this person said, did, showed you when it comes to loyalty, if you did not see the worth in yourself, there was going to be a part of you that always questioned. From what I see, most of you here had a conversation where you were able to really exert a lot of what was on your mind. In this discussion, it cleared a lot of air. It made things be a little uncomfortable at first. You could have been afraid of a pullback, but actually it brought you even stronger together. So many of you here realize that your fear of losing this person, some part of it was embedded in your own self-love. Because here's the thing. You're more than a prize. You're more than a star. You're more than a partner. You're everything. Okay? And if anybody is to be with you and chooses to cheat on you, chooses to be unloyal, that is their loss. So that breaking of self-illusion was so imperative in cracking this code. You understood from this experience that if something is really meant for you, there's nothing you can do to mess it up by being yourself. And that means giving yourself saving grace. This unhappy home your parasite wanted you to believe so badly is happening has been crushed, the illusion. You presently Spirit wants you to know that the person you are with, the person that has dedicated so much of their existence already to you, is a forever love. And you're going to grow old together. Your vows are never to be forgotten. And you will love so many different versions of each other throughout the years. For some of you who have been together with this person for a long time, you're like, yeah, I've already loved multiple versions of them, and I'm more than happy to continue. Most of you here have been entering either, like, you're gonna have a big change as well, like when it comes to your home life. Like, either you could be adding another person to your family in some way. That could be a pregnancy. This could be like adopting an animal. This could be some form of a move with a house or somebody moving in. However this resonates, it's destiny. These next steps, it's an unexplainable reason why you know this shift is just to occur. They want you to be ready to do things differently. You're going to feel the support from not only this person, but like the literal universe bringing signs and synchronicities to you with this connection. Spirit's so proud of you. You passed the test. And it was never about pass or fail. It was if Spirit was saying, are you going to really be able to see what parts of your survival techniques are no longer needed and need to be shed because it's extra weight that's not meant to be carried anymore. The parasite tried to keep you in a corner. It made you scared. It made you think that if you trusted again, that the second you put your guard down, the second you trust that everything's going to crumble, it wanted you to believe that so bad. That's why it was so intense this past month of your life, where you've been feeling so anxious and fear and irrational thoughts of what's going on around you. The parasite was more scared than ever because it knew it was right at that point of dissolving. You dissolved the parasite, the fear. They're so deeply proud of this independence you've been able to receive, but understand the next part of this all to grow. To create a forest, you can not only have one tree. To create a garden, you can not only have one tomato. This is about the fruit, the fruition, trust. You will tell always the difference when somebody truly cares. The last thing they want me to state as well is remember the people in this situation with you as well. This whole form of love is foreign to them. Receiving the unconditional care you give. But this overwhelming is a good thing. You're all meant to help heal each other. You have a forever love. My next retreat, my next adventure is in September of 2026. And that is a camping adventure to Utah. If you're somebody who would love to explore the wilderness with yours truly and other people part of your collective, you really should check out this trip. This is going to be the second hiking-based adventure I've ever done. The first one was in Colorado, and that was last year. It was phenomenal. Every single person that comes on the trip is going to receive a one-on-one personal reading with yours truly in the mountains. We do a tarot teachings workshop where I teach you all about how to understand tarot, and I give you a spiritual gift to take home as well. Just some of the activities we have in store with this trip is whitewater rafting, horseback riding, and then of course all of the trails we're going to be going and seeing. If you're interested in learning anything else about the trip, please go to the trip page and check it out. That is linked in my Instagram bio, on my Instagram stories, and on my website, offprintmint.com. And that is linked in all my social media platforms. If you are wanting to claim your spot, all you have to do is put a 25% down deposit on the total price of the trip to have it claimed. And then you have all of the way, 10 months from now, to pay off the remaining amount of the trip. Let's just give you an example. If you were to go ahead and put that down deposit for your trip, and then if you made a monthly payment every single month, all the way until that cutoff point, that would be $278 a month that you're paying for this trip. Okay? Or if you're somebody that would rather pay for it all up front, you're allowed to do that. Either way, check out the trip and see if it calls to you. That's what I got for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.